None of which is to say that you didn't speak beautifully.
You used a lot of pretty words, yeah, but that is not the problem.
Well, I'm having a hard time understanding what the problem is.
Justice, you didn't sound like a winner. You didn't sound behind the words like you knew you could take this election.
You know, it was almost as if you were reading cue cards. I really couldn't get a sense of your fire, of your passion.
Something is playing with your head, man. Your attention is not on this recall election.
Is it Simone?
And Tommy, they are becoming targets of mudslinging, and it's wrong. It should be me. I let the people of Charles Street down all by myself. Do you know how disillusioned with me they had to be to sell out to Damien Smith? And the only reason he was able to get away with all of this is because I wasn't paying attention. I dropped the ball.
So you're on a big fat guilt trip, fine, but don't do it in front of television cameras when we're trying to convince those very same people to regain their confidence in you.
Let's not make this any bigger than it is. I'm sure that it wasn't noticeable to the world at large, and whatever damage was done, we can spin with the next interview.
There, see? Now that's the voice of a winner.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. You guys are coming down on me pretty hard because why? I didn't give up. I didn't throw in any towels. As a matter of fact, I distinctly remember saying that that was not an option. Now, if you didn't like the tone of my voice, fine. Chalk it up to a bad day, and I will make the adjustment. But I'll be damned if I'm going to roll over and play dead for a bunch of clubhouse thugs who wake up one morning and decide that their great mission in life is to drum me out of office. I mean, who the hell do they think they are to point fingers at me about being in bed with a mobster? Has anyone bothered to check out the relationship between our illustrious mayor and Damien Smith?
Give them hell, Councilman.
Okay. All right. Message received and noted and filed.
Delivery for Justice Ward?
That's me.
Here, just initial there.
Board of Health.
What's this about?
I will be officially being notified that Ward House is going to be investigated for reported health code violations.
What? Oh, come on. Now, that is absurd.
Set up.
Oh.
3 guesses. First 2 don't count.
Damien.
I believe I warned you this was going to be a dirty fight, Justice. Are you finally ready to take my original advice?
Mary May would have done it, Justice, in a heartbeat.
That's right.
For Ward House.
I'm on my way.
Go, Wigan. I'll catch up with you later.
Yes, babe.
All right, moral support. Bring it up the rear. Come on.
I thought he'd given up.
He's not going to.
Monica, this is ridiculous. We are his parents. One or the both of us should go up there and just tell him to stop.
Well, you go, because I cannot face another scene like yesterday.
No. No one is going up there.
And why not?
Because the whole point of this exercise is to teach him the rules of behavior. Now, if he abides by them, then he is welcome to whatever benefits being a member of this family brings. And if not, then he can sulk in that trashed room all alone until hell freezes over.
Oh, shut up, Father. Rules of behavior. Around here? Get a life.
Sorry to interrupt. Mr. Ward and Mr. Spencer are here to see Mr. Quartermain. No appointment?
I can see who's already here, Reginald. Next time, would you like to try announcing a visitor before they enter the room, huh?
Very well, sir.
Yeah.
Thanks, Reg.
We're sorry to barge in on you like this.
The sound effects would be...
God only knows, but if you want to hang around here, you better get used to it. Me, I need a break.
Me too.
Well, I can tell by the looks. What's Smith done now?
He's coming after Ward House.
Vermin infestation.
Mangy rat crawled in and deposited a truckload of his disease-ridden friends in the basement.
This can't happen, Edward.
It won't. Consider it handled.
Thank you. For the help and for not mentioning that I just took you up on an offer I made a big deal of refusing.
I wish I could assure you that this will end it.
Unfortunately, gentlemen, I think this is just the beginning.
Hi.
Hi. Simone here?
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. I hope you're not here to warn me about some hideous thing that I'm about to read in the newspaper.
Oh, no. It's personal. Maybe too personal. And if it is, please, just tell me so. I promise you won't hurt my feelings.
Okay.
I'd like to know, as someone who cares about you both, what in the world happened between you and Justus?
That's a very good question.
Thank you.
And I wish I had the answer. It all just sort of blew up in our faces one day.
Well, I knew that you had postponed the wedding because Mary May died, and I thought that that was the right decision, so I never thought twice about it, but I guess I missed how it became a permanent split.
We had a disagreement. Actually, a series of disagreements. Over Tommy. He was confused over how Tom fit into our lives and how Justus fit into our lives, and Justus took exception with the way that I handled it. He thought that I gave Tommy too much power, and I thought he was forcing me into an impossible choice. So we argued until we were almost nauseous, and then he walked. It seems that time isn't a commodity that Justus Ward has to offer. Time, that's all I asked for.
I'm sorry.
So am I. In fact, this morning at the foundation, I found myself staring at him and thinking, have you lost your mind? This man is everything I have ever wanted.
Well, then go to him. Tell him that.
I would. Tommy wasn't involved. I mean, if the fight this morning is the new status quo, what would happen if we were married? Would he have to battle his way through every single day? I cannot think my way into a place where I can justify putting him in that kind of position. And no one seems to understand that.
I do. But you realize, of course, that this will all change as soon as the election is over. They will be on to the next hot story.
I know, and I do want to stand by him. I do. So much.
Because you still love him? Because you feel a sense of duty?
Laura, this is where you walked in. I don't have the answer to that one either.
Smith.
Well, if it isn't the old patriarch himself, what can I do for you, Edward?
Back off Ward House, and I mean now.
Oh, sorry, I can't do that. Do I have to remind you that I already own all the land surrounding good old Ward House?
You can't have it. I won't allow it.
You won't allow it? No, Edward, that's full of hot air and bluster, and you know it. You're just testy because I beat you at your own game. I secured the land you weren't able to during our first skirmish on Charles Street, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Don't be so sure.
As a matter of fact, I probably haven't told you yet, but once my CS Emporium is up and running, I plan to rename Charles Street Smith Plaza. It has a certain ring to it, don't you think? As a matter of fact, Ward House is soon to be nothing more than a footnote in black history.
You're an abomination.
Ouch.
For your information, I've just returned from a meeting with my very good friend, the city commissioner. The Department of Health will not be conducting your bogus investigation.
What a shame. Win a lot, lose a few. One moves on.
Name your price.
What do you say to the complete financial and personal ruin of all things Quartermain, be it by blood, by marriage, by infidelity, by midnight creeps to the dark side of town?
There's a place in hell for you, Damien Smith, and I'm going to see that you claim it.
Live with it, Edward. Ward House is gone.
Spencer? Hey. Something tells me this isn't good.
Did you chill the health squad?
Yes, that's taken care of.
Good.
Thank you, Edward.
You should know that I ran into Smith at the hotel. And he stated his intention to destroy Ward House. And I stated my intention to see him rot in hell.
Well, good for you.
But you know, he's not bluffing. My associates tell me that he operates with the mayor's full backing. I'm beginning to think he can't be stopped.
No, he can be stopped.
You bank on that.
We have no choice but to stop him.
All right, you people, remember, this is my fight just as much as it is any of yours. You keep me informed.
All right, Edward.
Thank you, Edward.
Oh, excuse me. Well, hello.
Brother, we
Hello.
like the best table in the house.
Yes, and ditto for the champagne.
All right. Hey, Mike, a bottle of your best bubbly, please. What's the occasion? Did I miss your birthday again?
No, not this time. Actually, I took the good advice that you both offered, and I went to talk to Kevin today.
Ah.
Then I went to BJ's grave, and I came away feeling so much better. I feel like all of the cobwebs have totally cleared away.
So we decided to come for a celebration at Luke's.
Well, you both look beautiful. Enjoy.
Yeah, I agree with the boss. You look stunning.
Oh, thank you, Mike, you charming man.
You, on the other hand, could use a little work.
You've never appreciated subtlety. That's your problem.
Well, Doc Shrink and Babe-O-Rama. Hello.
Hello. Now, have you been managing okay without me?
Why wouldn't I?
Well, I mean, I haven't exactly been pulling my own weight. You know, I am co-owner.
Oh, that.
Yes, and I've just been a little busy with my real job. I'm sorry.
Well, you're here now. What do you want to do, Luce? You want to wait tables or 10 bar or cook cheese fries? What?
No, of course not.
You looking for somebody?
No one important.
Yes, actually, we are. Jax, have you seen him?
Who?
You don't know him? Oh, darn.
Does it matter?
Yes, desperately.
Not really at all.
Well, you know, park it. This is Luke's. Everybody comes through here sooner or later.
You're right. Okay, I want table number 1, just to be sure not to miss him in case he comes in.
Well, I'm afraid not. Table number 1 is occupied.
By who?
By my sister and my brother-in-law. Is that a problem?
No, it isn't.
You know what you do? You just go over and nicely tell them to please move, and I'm sure they will if you ask, because after all, I do own half this club.
Luce, let me explain something to you. Being an owner and a co-owner, it's sort of like being the bride.
How?
Well, see, the bride, when the bride enters, everybody else is already seated. You understand? That means that the bride don't get to sit exactly where she wants to. So, sit. Bride.
Thank you.
Yeah, have a good time.
Well, how would you feel about falling in love with me?
Wouldn't that be redundant?
Repetitive.